Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. I will provide some XRP metrics that suggest we may soon witness something absurd. And I'll tell you this right off the bat, looking at the price action and on-chain metrics from XRP specifically and comparing it to Bitcoin and taking into account social indicators of the amount of tension XRP is getting compared to Bitcoin because, spoiler alert, it's getting more. This is why I am telling you this. Looking at on-chain statistics, the last time we saw some measures as high as they are surrounding XRP was when Bitcoin was in the lead. This year has been a good one for Bitcoin. Definitely Bitcoin. To put it bluntly, Bitcoin doesn't thrill me. Right now, I'm holding it. Allow me to proceed. I believe in Bitcoin, but holy hell XRP. The prospect of XRP's meteoric rise in the near future seems like the least best hidden secret ever. You know, there are times when the general public is right about something. In reality, it's possible that the vast majority, or even a slim majority, of the time, people are aware of this. It's as though the pricing reflects the fact that people will eventually find it out. That is not what I believe to be the case here. To what end do I make this assertion? If we're talking about the most important aspect, it has to be the SEC versus Ripple case. People, yes, they are betting now, and that's good. That is exactly what I think has been the primary factor in the rise in price. But no one can be sure of what the news will be until it actually comes out. Is everything, including the judge's decision, factored into the cost as it is now? No. In a word, no. The increase is exponential. If the news is good, but there's a chance it could be bad, the market might drop. However, I don't think that's a very likely scenario. So, anyway, I want to dissect some of this because the number of extremely wealthy people investing in XRP, the size of XRP accounts in terms of both dollar value and attention on social media, is, I'm telling you folks, really interesting. I think it ties in with what we're all thinking, but I can't speak for everyone. The things we accept as true, however, fit in so well with this, in my opinion. It's based on chain data, though. But before I go any farther, let me clarify something. I come from a completely monetary background-free background. You should not buy or sell anything based on anything I say or write because I am not giving financial advice. Just a hobbyist here that occasionally posts films to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. So XRP is up about 4% today, trading at just under 53 cents. You purchased Bitcoin at a price of $27,337. At least so far, it's having a positive day, but the gain is modest at 1.69%. Bitcoin holds 45.48% of the market share in this asset class, with a market cap of $1.16 trillion. We have reached a crypto fear and greed index of 50. So, generally speaking, concerning its history, it would be interesting to observe the current level of satisfaction and assurance among XRP holders. An XRP-specific version of a fear and greed index chart would be intriguing, as I'm ready to wager that things are looking up in the crypto market right now. This post from Crypto Basic covers a lot of the ground I was going to cover, so I won't repeat myself. This one is about two addresses in Messari and Sentiment that possess $10,000 worth of XRP, and it's called XRP Rise, Messari and Sentiment Highlight. With its remarkable price increase, XRP has quickly risen to the top of the cryptocurrency market's trendy assets, attracting the attention of authoritative publications. We have Messari and Sentiment. Sentiment also has a huge, lifelong supporter in me. In my opinion, they perform an excellent job of compiling a wide range of information, most often concerning on-chain metrics and Messari. I felt it necessary to bring them up as well, despite the fact that neither Messari nor I were particularly fond of them initially. This is because they are managed by Ryan Selkes, who was previously convinced that Reason's Ripple and XRP were arch-nemesis-style projects. Probably during the previous year, though I can't say for sure. He's on stage with Brad Garlinghouse, despite having written numerous negative pieces on XRP, some of which were outright false. Many of the claims being made about Messari and its history have to be refuted by me. But now he sees himself as allied, and they've done all kinds of nice write-ups about XRP, because he's recognized that the SEC is actually the adversary of everyone. Thus, credit where it's due, it goes on. Even though the market as a whole has been in shambles this year, XRP has been one of the best performing cryptocurrencies. Messari and Sentiment, two of the most popular market data providers, have taken notice of XRP's repeated price spikes since its recent solo run, making it the most popular asset in the cryptocurrency market. I need to halt to show you this tweet from Riz, a member of the XRP community. And this is a screenshot demonstrating. It was shared on Twitter. This is just a screenshot of where XRP is trending right now. There have been previous trends in XRP, but did you observe that current value? Those of you reading this right now are aware that there have been 4.27 million tweets regarding XRP. 4.27 billion tweets? No joke. Now, if you're not on Twitter and you don't keep up with this sort of thing, you might not have enough background to comprehend what I'm talking about. Wow, that's quite a bit. That's a flood of XRP-related tweets. See the plethora of tweets mentioning XRP to understand why that's an astronomical F-bomb. If I continue, you'll realize how significant the current level of interest in XRP really is. This is because my understanding of the interplay between the many components of on-chain analytics grows ever more bewildering the more I learn about it. I'm curious because I don't have any idea. But what if I haven't fully appreciated the journey that led me here? What if the verdict from Judge Torres turns out to be good for XRP? To be honest, I have no idea if I measure up. To put it another way, I value this discussion and would value positive news even more. But perhaps I'm not dreaming big enough. Just saying. It just makes me question if, with all this focus, we actually get what we expect to happen in terms of good action and a good judgment from Judge Torres, since I believe that is where the bulk of the focus is at the moment. You're about to get a good look at how many people are involved here. As I sit here, I find myself wondering whether I shouldn't expand my perspective a bit. In any case, the ceasefire holds. Sentiment, a leading market intelligence platform, recently tweeted that XRP had surpassed all other cryptocurrencies in terms of social media mentions. For the record, there are literally over 20,000 different cryptocurrencies, with Bitcoin having the largest market capitalization. Among the more than 20,000 currencies in existence today, XRP has the most social mission-related remarks. That's incredible. In fact, have a look at this. It improves even further. According to Sentiment's analysis of cryptocurrency-related social media mentions, XRP is second only to DEX, short for Decentralized Exchange, as the most often discussed cryptocurrency. Up to 6.98% of all crypto-related social volume is generated by XRP alone. First of all, this is unlike anything I've ever seen before. I've worked in this field for well over 5 years and have never encountered anything quite like this. You'll have to pardon my giddiness, but this is beyond my wildest imagination. Yet, I am pleased to witness it. And when you look at the numbers, you can't help but nod your head and think, that makes sense. Since this is a really significant matter, it does make sense. And XRP is a high-volume coin, being among the best-known cryptocurrencies worldwide. Artificially muted, courtesy of the SEC's junior staff members. Things are getting worse, but people are paying notice. If this gets rolling, it will attract more and more people because, you know. The ceasefire holds, however. Sentiment revealed that XRP was discussed 16.2% more than any other cryptocurrency. XRP also has the most social engagement I've seen in over a year. The market data company has linked the recent increases in address activity and XRP's price movements to the increase in social media activity. Alright, let's talk more in depth about that. It's worth noting that I did bring up the topic of increased account activity over the past few days. That's why I'm not going to read it all the way through. On the other hand, a tremendous improvement. What's equally fascinating is the amount of capital that has been invested in XRP thus far. The growth has been exponential. Please wait a moment while I get to that section, since I prefer to follow the sequence in which everything is presented here. However, the article continues. A renowned crypto market data provider also referenced a prior research on XRP, which highlighted the asset's spectacular ascent in the first quarter of this year, confirming the findings of Sentiment Messari. The data was highlighted 2 weeks ago by the Crypto Basics, which noted that XRP had outperformed the market in Q1, increasing by 55% year-over-year. RXP saw its largest quarterly rise in March, as address activity spiked and demand rose on the back of rumors that a ruling in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit was imminent. These factors are currently being activated, sparking more curiosity among financiers. Yeah. Okay. So once again, it's the most open cryptographic secret there is. If you're even remotely curious about cryptography, you should probably steer clear of this discussion. Anything related to XRP and not know what's happening on. Anyone involved in crypto, to any degree, would be hard-pressed not to have heard about what's happening with XRP and the potential for positive developments, even if they aren't as immersed in the weeds as we are and don't know the day-to-day minutiae and everything that's been dropping and all the perspective from attorneys that are intensely tracking this. Even skeptics, like as analysts, are starting to admit that XRP is likely to succeed. Basically, if the wonderful news we're all anticipating and hoping for arrives, it's just going to check out this one. This is also really intriguing, by the way. It was difficult for me to determine the best order in which to deliver this material, hence, I will follow the article's loose organization. Even so, this is remarkable. Here, have a look. Here, at this tiny subtitle, we finally arrive. Indicators of XRP. Statistics predict that in November 2021, there will be a record number of addresses with 10,000 XRP or more. In addition, another MAD exists within the XRP community. Wow, you have a great name, pal. Also, he gave me this handy graph. This is as described in the paper, he wrote again, with the number of addresses holding more than $10,000 in XRP rising steadily toward the highs of November 2021 to 22. This is already intriguing and worthwhile. Simply an indication of increased enthusiasm and trust that things will turn out well. Concerning the resolution of the SEC's action against Ripple. Yet, think about this. Look at this live coin cam. This is merely a historical chart of XRP prices. Let me look for the month of November 1st. Okay, that settles it. That'll do in a pinch. Towards the end of the year, November 2021. That said, the price ranged from $1.10 to $30, depending on the day you looked at. Around $1.15 in November of 2021 XRP. But, it actually occurred. You understand why there may have been heightened curiosity around XRP at that time. There was a great deal of upheaval, and some of the accounts were rather sizable. However, XRP's 2021 high, reached in April of that year, was the highest point ever seen. To view XRP's 2021, you must therefore travel back roughly 7 months. There was no new high for XRP in 2021, and there was also no new all-time high. That clearly hasn't been done yet. What's really fascinating, though, is that if you look at the Bitcoin all-time price chart, you can see that this is the peak right here. In November of 2021, Bitcoin was worth about $70,000, an all-time high. So, I think it's reasonable to assume that the fact that Bitcoin was surging was a major factor pushing that XRP. Completely. That's to be expected, of course. While Bitcoin has traditionally dominated the cryptocurrency market, its dominance just makes what I'm about to share with you that much more intriguing. As a result, there is a lot of hype right now, and Bitcoin is performing okay so far this year. But when we return to this topic, I will reinstate this chart. The following graph, courtesy of XRP community member Match, displays the percentage of unique IP addresses that possess 10,000 XRP or more. There isn't exactly a lot of excitement around Bitcoin right now. This is not being driven by a new Bitcoin record. This is inevitable, because everyone realizes what will happen if the good news we're all hoping and expecting actually does happen. It's safe to assume that the majority of the new 10,000 plus account openings are wealthy individuals who are gradually raising their investment levels. Even though no one knows for sure, bets are already being placed. I'll be the first to confess that the news we received from Judge Torres could be devastating. After that, the price drops precipitously. Therefore, I realize that a judge's verdict has the potential to severely impact my and your financial stability. However, let me add this. Trust me when I say that my intuition tells me that's not what we're in for. Even if Ripple has to pay a fine or technically loses on any front, I believe that XRP will continue to rise until the market hears that, hey, XRP is going to be okay because secondary markets, this or that. That's what I'm guessing, anyway. To what extent, then, is that absurd? Again? It has risen somewhat since November of 2021, but it still isn't exactly where it was then. Specifically, the number of XRP wallets that have $10,000 or more in XRP. So once more, it's just gamblers making wagers. Again, Bitcoin played a significant role in that being the case in November 2021, so it's no surprise that it's the coolest darn thing. No longer is it. And now it isn't. Wow, interesting information right here. So, stay tuned to find out what develops. Indeed, we live in fascinating times. And it's always a lot more fun, following all this crypto stuff when you've got skin in the game, when you actually have an investment, in anything, whether it's XRP or PIC or crypto, and there have been many times over the years when I've been very excited as an XRP holder. So, I'll just say that I know we don't have the news yet, but if it's good, I'm just telling you, it still seems like one of the most exciting times ever in history to be an XRP holder, with possibly the most thrilling being when XRP ran to its all-time high. But I'll let you know when it reaches a new record high, which I believe is highly likely, but I don't make price forecasts and can't be certain. And if it did, I have no idea how long it would take. That, to me, would be the pinnacle of excitement. Should we get good news even if it doesn't get it to an all-time high, given that we're just talking about running up to whatever degree? Okay. But I will say, more people are getting into crypto now than they were a half-decade ago or even in 2021, so if we receive good news in 2022, it will be much better than it is now. That's why I prefaced the video with the caveat, maybe I'm not thinking big enough, or something along those lines. Just saying. The thought has crossed my mind. Because it means so much to me, I can't help but dwell on it constantly. If it develops that way, it might completely alter my life. Because I think it's easy for people to get excited, get ahead of themselves, and veer a little too far into conspiracy theory land and all this and that and connecting dots that shouldn't be connected. Please forgive me if I can't stop thinking about this. But from where I sit, there are a lot of exciting things happening for XRP holders. I don't require any of that nonsense, and all I'm trying to do is establish reasonable expectations. I feel like I've accomplished that goal for myself. But after considering all of this information, these on-chain measurements that are being collected here by these businesses, I can't help but wonder if I am thinking on a grand enough scale. We will soon get the answer. That part of the economy is not where my expertise lies. None of what I say or write should be used as a basis for making any financial transactions. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.